Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about one of the excuses I see out there. You see people all the time who say things like, I don't want to squat and deadlift because I don't know how to perform them, or they're difficult to learn. And I'm sorry, we live in a time period where that is not an excuse. 20 years ago, okay, I get it. It took some actual work. You have to find someone to teach you a skill. But as of right now, this current era, we are all walking around with something that for my generation is unbelievable. We have cameras. We have the ability to film everything that we do. We have a supercomputer in our pocket that, say, when I was in my early 20s, our best computers could not compete with what you walk around in your pocket. Our desktops could not compete with these amazing supercomputers you have in your pocket called a smartphone that has a high definition camera on it, access to internet, massive amounts of storage. You can literally set that phone up and film yourself squatting and deadlifting in the gym. Go back and look at your form. There are free books and free resources and guides. Stuff as simple as starting strength. If you are planning on going to a gym or working out, you haven't at least read starting strength. Come on. Granted, I would argue it's outdated, not even the best information, but it has the basics. It explains all the biomechanics of a squat and deadlift, why your feet and hands and everything go in certain positions with diagrams and pictures. Okay? You can literally determine if you have an acceptable squat by simply looking and reading through those sections in this book or similar books and filming yourself and going, hey, what am I doing what's in the picture? Okay? It is that simple. We have resources on the internet. There are whole forums and groups on social media that will do form coaching, that will tell you by people, oftentimes experienced coaches in there, experienced lifters, people who can squat and deadlift 500, 600, 700 pounds are often in these groups, people who coach full time, who will give you pointers. Okay? You can literally take this amazing supercomputer in your pocket, film your lifts, look at them yourself, upload them to any of these groups, and say, hey, does this look right? Is there anything I should fix? Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay. How is there a single human being on earth who says, there's no way for me to learn how to do these correctly and safely? Really? It's all free. You can do all this for free. Now, granted, I offer coaching services, but I'm $300 a month. That's part of what I do. Okay, it's part of what I do. But let's assume you don't have that sort of disposable income. Well, if you don't have $300 a month, you probably have some decent free time. Not saying you do for certain, but you probably do. You have enough time to spend, 20 minutes here and there doing this, figuring it out. And these are exercises that I consider to be essential movements. Okay? They're essential movements. All right? And anytime you have a coach or a personal trainer, at this point, with the access to free information we have, if you have a coach or personal trainer who can't teach these exercises, they're not a professional. I want to be clear. They have no business instructing anyone how to work out as a profession, because a person could literally spend a few hours of their life and learn how to do all this for free with no background, no certifications, no experience. So if a person can't teach these correctly, they're not a professional. They are essentially stealing money from people if they cannot teach these exercises. That's going to hurt a lot of feelings, but it's true. It's true. because they're that easy to learn today. And I'm not saying there isn't some complexity to these movements. But I'm actually shocked as a coach the number of people I get who come to me who they haven't bothered to do that. And I'm like, they're sending me their lifting footage and I'm thinking, did you not read any? There's all this free resources. Have you not looked at what you're doing on the camera? Now, granted, I get some of those, but it's almost like this is not an excuse. This information is free. And no, I don't mean you go watch some silly crap like Squat University. Stay away from some of that. Okay? This crazy, bizarre paralysis by analysis. Because that's not necessary. And if anything, that individual and people like that have made it difficult for people to learn because they've made it too complex. And they harp on things that don't even matter. Okay? They worry about stuff that doesn't matter. That misinformation is the biggest part of the problem. They've made it seem like it's complicated to learn to squat. As if a person who can't learn to squat because they're a little bit slow. Then I'm going to disagree. I think that there are plenty of people out there who are not really intelligent people. There are plenty of people out there who might even have learning disabilities who learn to squat just fine. I've seen plenty of them. So if you're not in that situation, you certainly can't say a squat is too complex to learn. Because I've definitely met people who can. I mean, I've seen people who have legitimate disabilities, right? Actual mental disabilities who learn to do this, right? This is nonsense. It's nonsense. They can do it, you can do it. Come on. At this point, it's purely a matter of laziness because these are exercises everyone should be doing. All right, granted, there's medically a few people who maybe not. I mean, I say that, but then again, I've seen a guy with one leg deadlift 600 pounds. So I don't even know that I buy that excuse, right? I don't know that I buy that excuse. I've seen a guy with one leg squat 300 pounds with a prosthetic leg on. I mean, granted, okay, you're in a wheelchair. I think that's a valid excuse. Okay. Outside of that, come on. These are basic movements that should be part of every person's basic exercise program for just general fitness. My opinion. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.